Could you create a high-quality potting soil using only materials found in nature, nothing from the store, that actually keeps your plants alive and thriving? Yes, you absolutely can. And understanding how to do it is one of the most valuable skills you can have as a plant owner. In this video, we teach you exactly how to do that. And here's why this knowledge matters even if you always buy your soil from the store. Once you understand the natural building blocks of potting soil, what gives it drainage, what keeps it airy, what feeds the roots, you'll finally understand why some store-bought mixes work beautifully and others suffocate your plants. You'll learn the fundamentals that let you fix a bad mix, customize soil for different plant types, and stop wasting money on bags that aren't right for your setup. In this video, you're going to learn the 3 essential components every good potting mix needs, how to find natural substitutes for things like perlite and bark, the exact ratios that make soil drain fast but still hold moisture, how to adjust the mix for tropicals, succulents, ferns, and seedlings, and how to test your mix so you know it's perfect before you ever pot a plant. Whether you're deep in the woods or standing in the garden aisle at Home Depot, this knowledge gives you complete control over your plant's soil. Let's get into it. Step 1. The base, forest compost. Go to a spot with trees and a thick layer of old leaves. Push aside the fresh leaves on top. Underneath, you'll find a dark, crumbly layer. That's decomposed leaf material, often called leaf mold. It's soft, holds moisture without getting muddy, and is full of beneficial microbes. This will be about 50% of your mix. And if you live somewhere with no trees, don't worry. The same kind of decomposed organic matter exists in grasslands, deserts, and coastal areas too. What you're really looking for is any dark, soft material made from fully broken down plant debris. Grass compost, desert shrub litter, or even rinsed, decomposed seaweed can all serve as the same 50% base. Step 2. Drainage, natural perlite. Potting soil needs grit so roots don't suffocate. Instead of perlite, look for coarse sand with grains about the size of table salt to tiny rice grains, small gravel about pea size or smaller, or any gritty mineral particles roughly the size of rice to peas. Riverbanks, dry stream beds, or sandy patches are great places to find this. Avoid superfine, beach-like sand; it compacts too easily. This drainage material should be around 30% of your mix. Step 3. Structure, fibrous chunks. Now you need something chunky to hold air pockets over time. Look for shredded pine bark, pine needles, or rotted wood that crumbles in your hand. Natural bark mulch works too, as long as it's broken down into small, airy pieces. Avoid fresh wood, only use decayed, spongy material. Break everything into bits about the size of cornflakes to small bark chips. This makes up the final 20% of your mix. Combine and test. Mix everything together until it feels light, fluffy, and springy. When you pour water on it, it should drain within seconds, not sit on top. Squeeze a handful. It can clump briefly, but it should fall apart easily when you open your hand. If it stays wet and heavy for days, add more sand or gravel. If it dries out too fast, meaning the soil is bone dry again within a day, add more decomposed leaves. Adjust for different plants. For tropical houseplants like pothos, philodendron, or monstera, add a bit more bark or pine needles for extra chunkiness. Aim for roughly 40% leaf mold, 30% grit, 30% bark. For succulents and cacti, increase the sand or grit to about 50 to 60%, with 20 to 30% leaf mold and only 10 to 20% bark so water runs through quickly. For ferns and moisture lovers, use more leaf mold and a little fine forest soil, about 60% leaf mold, 20% grit, 20% bark for extra moisture retention. For seedlings, sift the mix to remove big chunks and lean heavily towards soft, decomposed leaf material, around 70% leaf mold, 20% grit, 10% very fine bark. What you've just built is not random. It's a miniature version of what plants evolved in.
forest floor for organic matter and microbes, sandy or rocky areas for drainage, and decaying wood for structure. No store, no plastic bags, just you, the landscape, and nature.